How are the spires today? Dreamy?
I really do think, Sheila,
I envy you so much, Mrs. Roscoe. I haven't had a thought for years. Oh, Cedric, how that woman has lived this long without getting murdered, I'll never...
Everybody, listen. While we've got a moment without our so-called leader and guide, I've got a letter of complaint I want you all to sign. This tour is completely ridiculous.
Drinking again?
Yes. And so would you. Cedric, Theo's dead. He died last night. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to tell anyone, but Cedric, he was murdered.
It's not possible. Who? Why? Here, come with me.
Of course, you know who has the best motive, don't you? Your friend, Mrs. Williams.
No, she couldn't have done it. She was with the group all evening. It was Poindexter. Has to be.
I still can't make out why Kemp was naked.
All right, then. Why are people naked?
To wash?
Yes. But what else? What else do people take their clothes off for?
Sunbathing?
Come on, Lewis, you are the married man.
Well, you don't take off all your clothes to do that. Not necessarily.
Well, a lot of people do, I'm told. So let's suppose... Just let's suppose that Dr. Theodore Kemp was making love to a lady. And since we know that lady couldn't be his wife because of the car crash... Yes, the husband or whoever comes in and catches them. Hits him with whatever's to hand. Kills him. Got to get rid of the corpse. You can't dress the corpse. Difficult to dress a corpse. We know that.
Especially for a woman.
Right?
Well, you said a husband or whatever. What about a jealous woman?
Sheila Williams could not have done it, Louis. She was at that restaurant. What we've got to do is to find out who Dr. Kemp's new bit of the other was. And the only person who asked that is the widow. She knew all about this hanky-panky, didn't she?
Probably gone to relatives.
Damn. Look through the window.
And what do you think you're doing, may I ask? Mrs. Kemp, are you awake? You've got visitors. Mrs. Kemp.
Get Max here right away.
I don't care, Janet. I wasn't there. I'm not going to criticize someone when I haven't even heard him lecture.
Well, I won't press it. I expect you're still upset about Laura.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I might have your attention, I have some bad news. Dr. Kemp has been taken ill.
What does it say?
Couldn't bear to live without him.
So unoriginal. Suicide.
It definitely was suicide.
Oh, I can't say. Not until I've done the autopsy.
Would you dare to hazard a guess?
Certainly not. Wouldn't be professional.
It certainly looks like suicide, wouldn't you say?
Well, you can't believe everything you read, Moss.
Max!
You're looking one, Moss. Very one. I hope you're not letting all these deaths prey on what you're pleased to call your mind.
I didn't get any sleep last night. That's all.
Join the club.
Look, I'm just about to question her, and I find her dead. Is there any chance she might possibly...
Oh, there's always a chance. Afternoon, George.
What percentage?
3 corpses in 20 hours. Are they paying me overtime?
Max.
I should say roughly 1 chance in 10 million. It wasn't suicide. She's probably taken enough to kill an elephant.
Thanks, Max.
Afternoon, nurse.
Did we see the Meissen, Phil? We didn't see the Meissen.
We saw quite enough for me. Come on. Thanks a lot, Sheila.
You filled in yourself.
There was no one else. When I stopped drinking, I'm quite a capable woman.
I can believe that.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to ask you this, Sheila, but Mrs. Kemp told Sergeant Lewis that, well, she very much disliked you.
She's one of those women that always tell the truth. To people's faces, too. She certainly did to me the only time I met her.
Yes, but if she was paralyzed...
Oh, she didn't mind him having affairs, as she said. It was the women he had them with that she couldn't stand. Especially if they were tiresome like me and wanted too much of his time and got drunk and rang him up when he was busy and... I'm sure Mrs. Kemp will tell you that I'm a very difficult woman and she wouldn't be too far wrong. Why don't you ask her?
I can't. She killed herself this afternoon.
Poor woman. She loved him as much as I did.
Do you know of anyone else who loved him? Was there a third woman in his life?
He said not. He swore it.
And you believed him? All right. Thank you.
You want one of those? You're kidding.
So I can take it home to Harry. I'd like to have that. Do you want to have an earring? I'll tell you myself.
Well, if you've all had a good look, perhaps we should move on to the Greek vases.
Oh! There's Aunt Sissy's cottage, look. It's hardly changed at all.
Inspector.
Mr. Brown, you got home on time then.
And not only that, I saw Eddie at Ditko. He was heading for London on a train.
When?
About 11:35.
Well, why the hell didn't you tell me?
You weren't in your office. Well, I got it. I got it right there.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll tell him. No joy. No sign of Point Dexter or anyone like him anywhere. Oh, Max rang. It was suicide, all right.
If only we could get the connection.
Maybe there isn't one. Cup of tea.
There's something nagging me. Something today wasn't right. Oh, I don't know, Lewis. Maybe we better go home. I'm too tired to think.
I don't want to go home. I just get nagged about the decorating.
That's it, Lewis. You've done it.
Done what?
windows were curtained. There were curtains everywhere, and newish ones, too.
That wouldn't make any difference. Not to my wife. Anyway, we never looked round the back, did we?
Operator? Yes, I'd like to reverse the charge, please, on a call to Oxford. Mr. Cedric Downs.
What's your name, please?
What? No, I'm sorry. I'm his wife, Mrs. Downs. The number is Oxford 21298. Thank you.
Well, that's all curtained.
And that's all curtained. So what was in the case?
Dr. Kemp's clothes.
And his car's gone.
Good afternoon, sir. Chief Inspector Morse, Oxford CID. I believe you met my sergeant last evening.
Yes, of course. Is it about Theo Kemp? Sheila Williams told me. Awful business, awful.
When was this? I told her not to tell anyone.
Lunchtime. Well, why weren't we supposed to know? I was a colleague.
Meeting your wife, are you?
Yes, I was. Doesn't seem to be on the train. How on earth did you know?
We saw your wife this morning. She told us you'd be here.
Here I am. How can I help you?
Did Dr. Kemp say anything to you last night when he rang you at the dinner? Any hint that he might be upset about anything?
He said about the stolen jewel, of course. No, all he said to me was that, well, his wife wasn't well. Would I fill in for him?
There's no hint of suicide.
Not the slightest. It was suicide then.
You think someone might have wished to murder him, Mr. Downs?
No, good heavens.
Excuse me, sir, but what time did you say Mrs. Williams told you about Dr. Kemp's death?
When I got back to the hotel after this morning's tour.
Yeah, and what time was that, sir?
Oh, 20 to 1, why?
Yes, thank you, Lewis. I was just coming to that. We saw your wife at noon, sir. Now, she said you'd already told her that Kemp was dead. Now, if you didn't know that till 20 to 1...
There must be some mistake. I got the time wrong. Perhaps we got there earlier.
Well, we can soon find that out, can't we, Lewis? Good God.
What? Stop it! Stop him! Oh, Father, be careful.
What? Which one are you going to arrest, sir?
I told him it was wrong. Honestly, we were coming straight to see you the moment we got back.
She's telling the truth, Morse. She has a real English conscience, just like her mother. We were coming right back to see you.
You mean to tell me you took the Wolvercott tongue to give to your daughter?
No. Threw it back into the river.
What?
Right into the Thames where it belonged. Look, I know I'm not going to come out of this very well, but... Oh, what the hell. I didn't love Laura. And she wouldn't even pretend that she loved me. I was just another one of her possessions. The only person I ever did love was Fiona's mother.
Yes, all right. We'll get to that later. But why did you take the time?
Laura had a heart condition. Now, we both knew that what did happen could happen at any time.